All right. Let's see. Refresh. Excellent. Live chat. Live chat. Go back to here and say, I want to share it. I want to share it. I want to share it. Here's the link, guys. Here's the link. I'm going to post it. Oh gosh, I just did it. And then I'm going to do it again. Oh my gosh, I just did it again. But it takes 2 clicks for Facebook because they're old. Oh no, it didn't do a nice pretty thing. Here, let me delete it and try it again. Delete, move to trash. Move it, and then let me try again. And go like bam. Then like that. There you go. A big, nice, big graphic picture. Yeah, buddy. All right, home. All right, bam. Okay, back to game. Back to the game at hand. Hello, hey, welcome. Hello. Back once again, right? Ooh, Nelly. Dude, it's been a week, right? It's been like a week since I last did a stream. I think it was a week. Yeah, it's been a while. And I remember saying a week ago that there was no way that Donald Trump could ever get a deal as good as Obama. And that they're not going to be able to make peace because Iran is in a very strong position and the United States is not. Well, at least Donald Trump. Donald Trump didn't put us in a good position. So, like, this is all like art of war stuff, right? Like, don't attack the enemy when you're in a weak position, which Donald Trump did anyways, right? Because he's dumb. Anyways, so like right after I did that show, Donald Trump came out and said, "Oh, we have a peace deal. We have a peace deal." And the whole week was talking about the peace deal, and I was all ready to talk about it, right? I had the points that they came up with, and I was going to show how Donald Trump has essentially surrendered to Iran. He started a war with Iran, picked a fight, and then surrendered. They're going to give back Iran all their money, their billions of dollars, $24 billion. And on top of it, Donald Trump is going to give them $300 billion more to fix all the stuff that we blew up. For no reason, right? For no reason. For no reason. Plus, all our bases in the region got fucked. They got wrecked. They got utterly destroyed. I wouldn't say utterly. I don't really know how bad it is, but I know they got hit by missiles. And I know that it's been pretty significant because, that was the target Iran could hit. They couldn't reach the United States. So they went for all the bases nearby. Which is why 13 service members are dead. Because Donald Trump picked a fight that he couldn't win. That's why. So he was touting this peace deal, this surrender document, and the more people were prying into it, the more it was revealed to be like really bad, a really bad document for the United States. And then all of a sudden, up out of nowhere, Israel decides to bomb Lebanon again. And then Iran's like, well, then the deal's off, right? Obviously, the deal's off because your dudes are still attacking our guys, and you're not stopping it. So I guess you don't really want a peace deal. So now the peace deal is on the rocks because Israel doesn't want the war to end, and realistically, Israel doesn't have a say in it. They have no say in it whatsoever because their entire existence is predicated on U.S. support. If the United States stopped supporting Israel, they could not behave the way they behave toward their neighbors. They could not do it. They could not do it. They can only do it because the United States provides them so many arms, so many arms, so much weapons, so many weapons to kill people with. And sure, in return, Israel shares tech with the United States, I suppose, right? But like, is it really worth it? Is that really a good deal for the United States? I mean, no, there's something else the United States gets, and that's plausible deniability. Israel can go and do stuff, and the United States can be like, oh, I don't know what happened. When everyone knows that Israel only exists because of the United States. If it wasn't the military support of the United States, Israel could not behave the way it does towards its neighbors. So anyways, because Israel went off and attacked Lebanon, they basically scuttled the peace deal between Donald Trump and Israel, and Iran. So now we're back in it again, just as we thought we were getting out. Like the Iran delegation didn't even stop for photos. Like they just like stormed out. They were so pissed off. And like, as soon as Donald Trump begged for like to like keep things on the, keep it going, to just forget about Israel for the moment and just keep the peace deal going, right after he said that, he threatened Iran with nuclear weapons. So like who's Iran gonna negotiate with, man? This crazy person? Who begs for lenience in one breath and then threatens you with the next breath. Like, Donald Trump is not up to the moment. If he were acting on behalf of the United States. But we should all know by now that Donald Trump is not acting on behalf of the United States. He's acting on behalf of Donald Trump. If he can even manage to do that anymore. Like, his health is so bad now. Anyways, part of the fiasco, like, part of what Donald Trump is doing is he's like desecrating everything that Americans hold dear. Like, his people desecrated the Capitol by attacking it and smearing shit everywhere. He desecrated the Rose Garden by basically paving it over. He desecrated the White House by tearing down the East Wing to build some fucking thing that only he wants, that's illegal for him to make, and that's gonna cost taxpayers to do. He keeps saying that, it's gonna come from donors. Bullshit. It's coming from taxpayers. He's basically raiding our treasury. He's wrecking everything. He's wrecking all our alliances. Like, he's just terrible. So anyways, part of that desecration is he's like destroyed our reflecting pool. Like, it was fine for years and years and years until Donald Trump comes along and then like to wreck more shit, because that's what Donald Trump does, right? Like, he just wrecks stuff. So here, I have a meme of this, in fact. Right here. The $1.7 million no-bid contract to clean the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool went to a company ultimately owned by Trump donor John J. Cafaro, who previously pleaded guilty in separate federal cases involving bribery and campaign violations. The company's name? Green Water Services. And that's literally how the guy dresses. Like, so Donald Trump basically did a grift and paid off his buddy, because his buddy gave him some campaign contributions. And his buddy did a terrible job about doing the pool. And of course, it got, they did a terrible job. The paint was peeling. The blue paint that they put on the bottom was peeling, and the water they poured in had the filters removed, so it was like eventually just got algae all in it. Now the pool's all like a cesspool of algae. It's just an algae-filled pool. And Donald Trump, rather than admitting that he made a mistake, because, you know, he will never ever do that, he's now blaming Obama for what's happening now. And he's posting National Guardsmen around the pool so that if anyone goes near it, he arrests them. There was this one guy who put his hand in the pool and he got arrested for damaging the water. Because Donald Trump doesn't want to admit that, oh, his fucked up scheme fucked up the pool. He will never admit it because he's just a shitty criminal with no integrity. He's a shitty person with no integrity. And you got to think, well, what kind of people look to Donald Trump, a shitty person with no integrity, and say, yeah, that's the person I want as my leader? You know what kind of person? A white supremacist. That's who. A fucking Nazi. Oh, that's Elon Musk. Elon Musk. He's a fucking Nazi. Elon Musk. That's right. So the big story is that everyone knows Elon Musk, right? He's currently the world's richest person, which also makes him the world's richest Nazi because he's a Nazi. And the way though he managed to amass, oh shit, yeah, Black Lives Matter for real. The way that Elon Musk managed to amass his $1 trillion of wealth, part of it was that he created an agency called Doge, and he used this agency to plunder the information of Social Security and a bunch of other government agencies, so he could pour them into Grok, his own personal like Mecha Hitler AI. And he used this agency and used Grok to like basically cull any thing he could in order to make up enough money to justify his own tax break. And part of that culling was US aid, which was a tiny government program. I mean, it didn't hardly cost any of the budget. It hardly cost any of the budget. But it got the United States tremendous soft power, influence with these countries. The fact that we would help provide food and medicine to the world's poorest people, that we would help them with our vast wealth and resources, that we could help them. Those people were really, really grateful, and their governments were really, really grateful, and they remembered the generosity of the American people. But Elon Musk came along and said, no, I need that money so I can give myself a tax cut so I can become the world's richest Nazi. And Elon Musk cut that program, US aid. And the result of him cutting that program was 4.5 million dead children. 4.5 million children died as a result of Elon Musk cutting off US aid. Either they were getting food or health care, medicine, something. But all of a sudden it stopped coming and they had no recourse and they just died. Why did 4.5 million children die? Because Elon Musk wanted to become the world's richest Nazi and give himself a tax cut. So I talked about necromancy before, which is the dark art of transforming life energy into death energy. And Marx called machines dead labor. But what does that make capital? Capital is just like the essence of extracted labor. The surplus value that the laborers didn't get. Concentrated. That's what capital is. And so Elon Musk basically killed off all these children to turn their life essence into capital that he could use to become the world's richest Nazi. It's like that movie, The Dark Crystal. Elon Musk, like, sucked the life out of children to make an elixir for himself. And then you got to think, well, what about the people that drive Tesla cars? Yeah, what about those people, huh? They're like, hey, there's this fucking Nazi who literally killed 4.5 million children to give himself a tax cut. I think I'm going to buy his car. All right, I can own the car of a Nazi. All right. What the fuck, dude? Like, I see those Teslas everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with you people? Elon Musk is a fucking Nazi who's actively attacking the American democracy. And people want to give him money? Like, that's a Nazi? Cool, dude. Where's your car? I want a car just like a Nazi. Man, I don't know. Teslas are ugly and bad cars. Besides being Nazi cars. So in Salem yesterday, it was the summer solstice. I mean, like, you know, all over the northern hemisphere. It was the summer solstice, and Salem, the city of Salem, every summer solstice has Make Music Day, where like musicians just play music on street corners and in front of places all over the place, like for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. It's amazing. It's amazing, and like, I'm kind of new, and no one's really taken me there, so I've basically had to go and find out for myself. And I'm realizing I don't have the stamina. It goes literally from like 12 noon to like, I don't know how late at night, to like 10 at night. Like, next year I need to do the whole thing if I can do it. But it is like awesome. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, I feel like the city is like achieving its purpose by having all these musicians together, which draws all these people together. Ow, ow, ow. And just has such a good time and such good vibes. Like, it was nice weather and just really, really nice vibes, dude. Everyone was having a good time. It was so nice. I don't know what to say. Like, more cities should do that. Just pay your musicians to play music all day on the summer solstice, on the longest day of the year. Like, it's good for your society. And for the soul. It's just awesome. It was great. What a good thing. Like, that's an amazing thing City of Salem does. I don't know any other place that does something like that. It's really, really cool. Every time I go down there, it's awesome. Like, I mean, it's a mix, right? You get like cover tunes, and you get a bunch of original music. It's all sorts of songs. It's not just like the same music. Some of it's rock, some of it's electronica or electronic music. Some of it is more like jazzy. There was some classical music. There was just all sorts of music. It was just amazing. I love it. It's amazing. Some good vibes, I guess, trying to put in there. I mean, the World Cup is here in the United States right now. And I think it's really, really good for Americans to see that their country is not like all bad. Like, even with Donald Trump being there, like, it's still like a good country. It's still worth fighting for. Like, we got a good thing here, you know? We have a good thing here. We shouldn't just give it up to the Nazis. That would be a waste. Like, they have power for the moment, but November's coming up real quick. And after that, it's a short 2 years before Donald Trump is done for. Like, let's imagine, let's suppose that the House flips to Democrats. Instantly, you have an impeachment. You can impeach Donald Trump instantly. Like, you only need a bare majority to impeach a president. And so you can immediately impeach Donald Trump for any fucking number of reasons. There are so many at this point, it's ridiculous. Like, but we should start with the fucking Epstein files. Because he's all up in that shit, and he basically told the FBI to hide his name and his friends' names, and then keep the victims' names out, and then like release it that way. And then hopefully he's trying to get the public to forget about it. Really, his cult doesn't care. His cult will absolve him of any sin necessary. Like, he can be all up in the Epstein files and have videos of it, and they won't even care. They'll never waver. They'll never waver. But for the rest of us and for the rest of the world to know, that's what's important. Maybe the MAGA will never figure it out, but the rest of the world deserves to know too, you know? That what a piece of shit Donald Trump is. Because our time is coming, right? Right. Republicans can't hold on forever. When the election comes and they lose the election, because they will, it's gonna be gnarly. It's gonna be gnarly. Gnarly, dude. What else do I got here? Right. Well, look at this cartoon. Maybe I shouldn't show it. I don't know who wrote it. Oh, it's down there? No, that's not a name. I don't know where the signature is. I'm sorry. I just grabbed it from someone. Hey, yeah, that's funny. But yeah, basically the Supreme Court is reinstating the Confederacy by knocking down all the Civil War era amendments, or reversing them to make them mean the opposite of what they intended. Like, it's pretty incredible, and it's only possible because our government is kind of shitty, to be honest. Like, our government system is kind of shitty. It was designed with the explicit purpose of having the elites to thwart the will of the masses. On purpose, they did it like this. On purpose, they gave the elites a veto power over the rest of the people. On purpose, they didn't want a democracy because they were afraid of the mob or something, the masses. They were afraid of the masses, but they were aristocrats themselves. So they were just serving their own class. Like, they didn't want a king, but they wanted to keep themselves above the common man. Like, they didn't have any titles, but you knew what their position was in society. Like, type thing, right? They had servants and slaves, and you didn't. Even though you were technically both free men, right? So the government they made, these men made, these aristocrats, these slave-holding aristocrats, and if not slave-holding, like, certainly having servants. But they were all aristocrats, all of them. The document they made, on purpose, had undemocratic parts in them to stop the masses from having too much power. In other words, to stop there from being too much democracy. Because they say the masses having too much power. What they mean is democracy. They didn't want too much democracy, lest it upset the plans of the aristocracy, who had veto power via the Senate, number one, and number two, definitely the Supreme Court, with its lifetime appointments and no democratic input whatsoever. It's purely by the choice of the Congress of the senators, who themselves are undemocratic, because the Senate is an undemocratic institution. Why is it undemocratic? Because it doesn't matter what the people want. It's two senators per state, regardless of the number of people in your state. That's why like 750,000 white dudes in Wyoming have the same power as millions and millions and millions of not white people in California. Because the Senate was made to be not democratic. Because the founding fathers were aristocrats themselves and didn't trust democracy. So they wanted to have so if you wanted to fix our government, I think a lot of it we have to get rid of the undemocratic parts. So that's the Senate. We have to either get rid of or amend it so they are democratic. So with the Senate, you can just get rid of it. You don't need the Senate. You can make it purely symbolic. Or you can make its function be irrelevant. And you give all the power to the House. Then you expand the size of the House so that, like, almost to the point that gerrymandering is irrelevant. I don't know quite how that would work. But in any case, with the Supreme Court, you can't just remove judges. So you have to increase the size of the court to dilute the power of the corrupt judges that are already there. And then you have to pass another law for term limits, so you can term out the bad judges. And that way, so you increase the size of the court, that dilutes the power of the corrupt judges, and it helps insulate the future court from further corruption, because it's harder to, like, the bigger the court, the bigger the number of judges you have to corrupt in order to gain control of it. And number two, if you put on term limits, then there's at least some kind of democratic check, in that the president will appoint every president will appoint new justices as old justices get termed out. So there's some kind of democratic check to it. Because every president will have judges to select. Every single one. Some more than others, but everyone's going to pick some. That will help get our government back together. Like, back to reflect the will of the people. But we have to remember, we're kind of in the middle of a cold civil war with the Confederacy. I mean, you understand that hey, what's up, the people of God X5S? I don't know how long ago that was, 7:52, and it's 7:50. Oh, 1 minute. You might still be here. All right. That was just like incidental. It's not. It means nothing. In fact, I can probably change it because it looks like a cross. That's not my intent. But yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm talking about ways that the United States can make changes to their government to make the government more democratic and responsive to the people, and to solve many of the issues plaguing our country, such as a corrupt Supreme Court and a government that's not responsive to the people. And part of the reason the government's not responsive to the people is because it was literally designed by aristocrats to not be too responsive to the people, lest they take over. The founding fathers were themselves aristocrats, and they created the government so that aristocrats held undue sway over the government. This is reflected in the structure of the Senate, in which the senators are given a lengthy term of 6 years, and each state is given 2 senators, irregardless of their population, thereby blunting the effect of democracy. So if we want to revitalize American democracy, we need to reform the Supreme Court to make it more democratic, and we need to eliminate the Senate or render it moot. At the same time, expand the size of the House of Representatives to something like 10,000 representatives. Oh, and get rid of the Electoral College. or just make it popular vote. Like, so that maybe pass a law saying the Electoral College has to go along with the popular vote. I don't know. Yeah. And then what else do I got here? Prolonged detention soar nationwide. The number of people in ICE detention for more than a year grew 5-fold from March 2024 to March 2026. The proportion of people who have been detained over a year has also grown from 1% to over 3% of detainees. So in other words, Donald Trump's ethnic cleansing campaign has basically created concentration camps where we store humans for long term, not for what? For a misdemeanor, because that's what a visa violation is. That's what illegal immigration is, a misdemeanor. They're locking up people for 2 years for a fucking misdemeanor. Why? Because it's ethnic cleansing. It's white supremacy manifest. They're rounding up brown people and shipping them off to make the country more white. Literally, Donald Trump ended all immigration to the United States except for white South Africans like Elon Musk. Like, it's like absurd how like blatantly racist is the Trump administration. But I mean, like, yeah, dude, they're the reincarnation of the Confederacy. What else did you expect? Like, Keith Hegseth is like resegregating the fucking military. Like, it's obvious who they are, but the thing is that they're not going to hold power long enough to enact everything. Like, they're going to have to either try to overthrow democracy, like, because they're going to lose the election. So they need to either overthrow democracy or get ready to go to prison. So you can guess where they're going to go, right? They're going to try to overthrow democracy again. I mean, it's going to take a fucking monumental showing of the American people to completely overwhelm the voting to like, all the people have to come out to vote to show that they want to get rid of Donald Trump. And maybe Donald Trump will get the hint and go out the same way that Viktor Orban went out, which is peacefully. Abandon all hope of overthrowing democracy and just fucking accept it and just give up. That's the best scenario. But that's going to take a shit ton of Americans to go out and vote. Because if we get like a typical turnout where we barely beat the Republicans, it's going to be a fucking shit show. They're going to contest it. It's going to get messy. Donald Trump is going to be like, no, I'm not going to give up or whatever and not vacate the office. He's going to like cry fraud. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to get ugly. So we need everybody to fucking vote to make sure that it's so undeniable that Donald Trump just gives up. Just like what happened in Hungary. Like, good on the Hungarian people for fucking doing that shit and getting rid of Orban the peaceful way. That's the ideal way. Ideally, that's the way we get rid of Donald Trump. We vote him out in undeniable numbers. That's the supreme way we do it. Through fucking democracy. That's what I want to see. I want to see everyone out voting. And fucking get this guy out the most American way possible. And that's with a vote. Because if you don't come out in big numbers, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna contest the election, and it's gonna lead to civil war. Oh, what else do I got? Yeah, I mean that's who they are, right? This is who they are. They're Confederates. They're Confederates. They're coming back to take over, and they have control of the government right now. So we need to take them out with the vote, otherwise it's gonna get messy. Everybody needs to vote. I mean, it's your duty as a citizen to fucking vote and to avoid a fucking war where your citizens get killed. Your fellow citizens get killed. If you don't do your duty as a citizen and vote, then the Confederates will contest the election and cause a civil war. And then your fellow citizens will die. It's important you vote. It's the thing they want to take away from you. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to take it away from you. Ugh. What am I doing? This is the one. Hello, Jason Mark Mallory. Jason Mark Mallory, 2046. Hey, read this poem. Check this poem out. The Elephant in the Room. The room is almost all elephant. Almost none of it isn't. Pretty much solid elephant. So there's no room to talk about it, is there? Sorry, that was rough. Makes a good point, right? Like, so here's the elephant in the room. That's the elephant in the room. That's the elephant in the room. The Republicans, Donald Trump, is the reincarnation of the Confederacy. And They are in control of the federal government right now. That's the elephant in the room. Republicans are Confederates. That's the elephant in the room. No one wants to talk about it. Like, I try to talk to people about it. I try to talk to other dudes about it, and we get nowhere. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I need everyone to vote. I think that again. I'm gonna reiterate. That's our best scenario. The best case is all the Americans vote to remove Donald Trump. Donald Trump gets the hint and he leaves peacefully, just like Viktor Orban. Everyone bailed. Look at that. That's funny. Hello. You know, I only got 23 of these left. I need to go get more. How long have I been streaming? 41 minutes. Man, what a boring show. I'm sorry. I haven't said anything new. Hold on. Let me, yeah. Alrighty then. What else do I have? The richest man owns X. Robert Reich says, the richest man owns X. The second and third richest men control Google. The fourth richest man owns the Washington Post. The seventh richest man owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And now, the sixth richest could soon take over both Paramount and Warner Brothers. See the problem here? All our information spheres are being controlled and consolidated into the hands of a few tech bro billionaires. That's a fucking problem, dudes. When all our information is coming from the same, like, bunch of rich assholes, that's a real problem. Huh, Mr. Dude? Huh, my little kitty cat? Don't you agree, Mr. Kitty Cat? Don't you agree? Huh, Mr. Dude? It's like... yeah, so... the way we defeat the billionaires is by coming together, is by unifying. So yeah, we need to deal with the Confederacy, because that's, you know, that's a big part of why we can't get anything done in this country. We have an outdated government system that can be gamed in any number of ways, that was created on purpose to thwart democracy. And we have a bunch of private power that's trying to make itself more powerful than public power. I mean, you know the problem. I don't know. I haven't said anything new yet. I haven't said anything new. What can I say that's new? What can I say to make this worthwhile? I don't know. I can keep going down. They arrested the guy for putting his hand in the pool Did you see that? No joke. So to stop people from I don't know, from inspecting the pool, they literally are posting people. So this guy's getting a ticket for vandalism. His vandalism was touching the water. Hey, Alt Lucas. Golly, it's me again. I'd preferably not. What's up, Lucas? It's Alt Lucas. Is that like alt right? Are you an alt writer? Are you one of those types? Those are Nazis, you know. If you're alt right, it's just another way of saying Nazi. And oh, Nazis don't like my content? No shit. Oh, that's funny. It's funny that a Nazi would come by just to say that he doesn't like my content. Thanks for the validation. Let's see what we got here. Who's this?
Let's get the ballot in the box and worry about it later and enforce it. Not true. And there are thousands and thousands of cases of people voting in the wrong place at the wrong time. This happens all the time, but the Democrats.
Oh. So she's pushing the lie. So I'm not gonna fucking finish it, right? Because see, it's the same lie. She always says there's thousands and thousands of voter fraud cases. Evidence is everywhere. That a gazillion evidences. But they never show it. They never show it. Like they went to court in 2020 to prove their allegations of voter fraud. Never happened. They lost all their court cases because it doesn't exist. It's here, let me land here. Yeah, every single one of them says the same thing. It's this cartoon. It's this cartoon over and over again. Heads, I win. Tails, you rigged it. Mr. Dude Guy. I'm a kitty cat. So, in other words, anytime a MAGA doesn't win the election, they're going to say a voter fraud. It was voter fraud. Magically, the voter fraud stops if MAGA wins. But if MAGA loses, suddenly it's voter fraud. That means MAGA's not really interested in democracy anymore. That's what that means. All these Republicans, these Republican talking heads, are telling you that they're no longer interested in democracy. That if you follow them, that you're going to try to overthrow American democracy. That's what they're telling you. So Alt Lucas says, you're definitely on to something. If you would think it through on the internet, alt means alternative or alternative. I don't know, Lucas. I don't know. You haven't actually, shown me anything to suggest otherwise. But that's okay. I'm here to talk about the elephant in the room. The white supremacy that's currently infecting the United States, leading to all our social ills. All our social ills can be traced back to the fact that the leaders of the Confederacy were not hanged at the end of the war, of the Civil War. Had they been hanged, we would not be in the situation we're in today. Ooh, sorry, I reloaded my shaders. If you would think it through. Plausible deniability. Dude comes in with a negative comment and says, you're just not thinking it through. The first thing he says. You're not thinking it through. You're not giving me the benefit of the doubt. What else do I got? Rondo, the thirst mutilator. Got what plants crave. Anyways, I saw this one, and I think this is great. Despair is easy. Hope is hard. And brother, I like to stay hard. I like that. And the sunset is great. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's talk about something. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. It's hard when, like, yeah, hard to do this for years on your own. What else? What's going on? I'm gonna look at Blue Sky real quick. Wait, no. I'm gonna look at my own profile and see what I liked. What did I like? Socialists. I am looking forward to President AOC. We need President AOC. I think President AOC would be fantastic for the USA. Oh, that's a good one. Do it for the algae, man. Do it for the algae. Endure, grow, obstruct, resist like algae. I'm tired. I did leg day today. I didn't sleep well last night. I feel very frustrated in my life. But it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. I don't know. No, really, I think we're doing pretty good. I think Donald Trump is being exposed a lot for the shallow shell of a human he is. I think the special elections that have happened have shown a lot of Democratic overperformance. So I'm hopeful for November. Yeah. And then it'll be good to see Donald Trump get impeached again. That I'm looking forward to. I want to see Donald Trump get impeached a fourth time. Do it, guys, do it. Impeach him another time. Do it. It'll be so funny. But this time, do a proper trial. Don't just let him slide by with nothing. You got to do the whole thing. You got to call witnesses and everything. Like, let America grind to a halt. That's fine. It needs to be done. We need to put Donald Trump on a real trial. On a real trial. Because he's avoided trial a lot. Like, yeah, he went to trial during E. Jean Carroll. And that was funny. Because, like, it revealed how fucking awful he is. Do I still have that? Trump mistakes. So E.G. Yeah. No. Here. So Donald Trump hasn't been to trial yet. Like not since like E. Jean Carroll. And remember during E. Jean Carroll, here's him in 2022, and Donald Trump is being shown a picture of E. Jean Carroll, and Donald Trump is looking at it and says, "Oh, that's my wife, Marla Maples." When he just said, "Oh, that E. Jean Carroll was not his type." So he says she's not his type, and yet he mistakes her for his ex-wife. Or his wife, who was his mistress. Watch.
In front of you, a black and white photograph that we've marked as DJT23. And I'm going to ask you, is this the photo that you were just referring to?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And do you recall when you first saw this photo?
At some point during the process, I saw it. That's, I guess, her husband, John Johnson, who was an anchor for ABC. Nice guy. I thought. I mean, I don't know him, but I thought he was pretty good at what he did.
Look at it.
I don't even know who the woman. Let's see. I don't know who. It's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla. Yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here.
Carol.
Oh, is that?
The person
oh,
you just pointed to was
oh,
E.
I
Jean
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture. I assume that's John Johnson. Is that
That's Carol.
Carol? Because it's very blurry.
So he pointed to E. Jean Carroll and said, "Oh, that's my wife, Marla Maples." No, that's E. Jean Carroll. That's the woman you raped. So Donald Trump going on a real trial, that would be great. I think we need to do that. I think we need to put Donald Trump on a real trial in the Senate for all of history to see. It will be a great humiliation for the United States, but we must do it. We must put Donald Trump on trial in the Senate. A full trial with witnesses and videos and everything. We need to put Donald Trump on the stand. Man, this is the longest hour ever. I'm so tired. I should not have done it today. It's a Monday, dude. Like, what were you thinking? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh man, I'm so tired. Okay, what else do I have? What else? Anything? Change in SNAP participation since July 2024. HR1 enactment, that's Donald Trump's one big beautiful bill in which he slashed aid to everyone, like welfare basically. And after he cut SNAP benefits, like millions of children got taken off. So from 42 million, now it was up to 43 million. And then went down to like, what, 37 million? That's a huge drop. Huge drop. Like 10 million children? I don't know. I didn't no, it was 44 million. So, like, what was it, 7? So like 8 million children? No, that's 15. 6 million children. You dumbass. Can't math. I can't math with people watching. All right. Yeah, there's the deal, right? Obama gave 1.7 billion, and Donald Trump is going to give Iran 300 billion. But wait, no, Israel attacked, and now the deal is off. So Donald Trump has to either rein in Israel through like cutting them off, or admit that Bibi Netanyahu is the one who's in control. Is that what Donald Trump wants to say? That he's under the control of Bibi Netanyahu? Is that what you're telling us, Donald Trump? That you're actually not the boss? It's actually Bibi Netanyahu? Is that what you're saying, Donald Trump? What else do we got here? So tired. That's a picture of Donald Trump at the G7. Do you see how all the other world leaders are interacting and hanging out with each other, but not with Donald Trump? That's because nobody likes Donald Trump. He's made the United States a pariah. I mean, I guess people like America, the United States. I mean, you can tell because they come to the World Cup and they like it and stuff, but they fucking hate Donald Trump. He's like the worst representation of America ever. He's the Confederacy. I mean, what do you want? He doesn't represent us. He represents the Confederates. The racists, the rapists, the pedophiles. That's who he represents. Alright. I think this show was probably not so great, but it is what it is. I don't know. That'll teach me to do a show on a weekday right after working out. Okay, until later. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Keep at it. Don't give up. Keep going. Until next time. Peace. Stop.